Hello everybody, Corey here. We are going to go over the YieldMax ULTY trades and holdings for Thursday, June 13th. Just a reminder, I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. I'm just here to gather the data and give it to you so y'all can be more informed. YieldMax ETFs are extremely risky. Please make sure you know what you're investing in before doing so. These risks are defined on their website. So let's go into, well, let's talk about this real quick first. So I went ahead and updated this, but we just had a declaration date this morning, which we've already talked about first thing this morning. The distribution was $1.13 here, which ended up being a 90% yield. So remember when we did this calculation at the lower yield previously because the stock had been going down and they didn't earn a lot for their premium, which was 67 cents. So we figured they'd pay, probably double that, and actually double that's even more than that, but that we said they'd pay over $1 probably. So it was close to this amount here, the 98%. Obviously it was like a few cents off there, but it was definitely over $1, which was expected. So now we'll start into this pay period here. We have 21 days, so today was day 1, so we have 20 days left, starting out with 1509. And as of right now, we're already down 13 cents. Of course, tomorrow we will drop for X dividend. And I was looking back here, so we only captured, got back about, well, we got back most of that, but about 6 cents. We were just 6 cents shy of recovering that distribution there. So we'll see they're changing, a few things on how they're doing things. So maybe we can at least stay around the $15 mark. We'll see, because we know tomorrow it's going to drop, what do we say, $1.14, so $13.82 at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then it was a red day today, and I thought it would be a green day, so we will see. But anyway, I've gone ahead and updated this, and in fact, if we're just going off a percentage, of course, we don't know right now, right? This next month, we could do better for premiums. I just did it based off of the 1, strictly because 0.06, because we didn't earn much premium at all. So we'll see how it is going forward, though. But just to go over that, then we'll do the daily roundup here. So we do have another stock in here as of today, which is one we've had previously. We have Vertiv Holdings. You can see that here at the bottom. It is the lowest volatile one as of today, and the highest here is that therapeutics company, and of course in space mode we're right behind it again. If we look here at our prices, we're at well, we already talked about ULTY dropping. So the S&P was actually positive at 0.23%. Now let's look at our holdings here. So Upstart, wow. Well, it was even though it says the market was positive, it was not a great day for most stocks. A little bit more than half of these are red. Let's see, we have SMCI at the bottom. I feel like I heard something about this one today, but I didn't really hear or listen to what was being said. But they jumped 12%, which is significant for this fund. That's almost $100, just a few dollars shy of $100. So that is significant. I'm just looking at our average over there on the left, because we were around 7.1 million at the beginning of the week for each fund, and that one's about a little over 7.5 million now. But wow, that's a lot. Okay, so then we have Vertiv Holdings up 6%, and then of course we had Clean Spark, and then Therapeutics Company up 4%. As far as down, we had Upstart down 8%, MicroStrategy down 7%, Sunrun and Novavax were down 5% there. The only trades were the ones for Vertiv Holdings here. So we have that money we received for the premium, but also the money we paid out for the stock. And then we have our net assets down here. So more than half of them, it looks like, are still over 7.1 million average. Of course, some of them are over quite a bit, so which is good for us, right? The base mobile down there is up to 7.8 million. ARM 7.8 million. ENVX 7.7 million. So we have quite a few here over the beginning of the week average. However, with that said, we have several that are down, right? We have Mobileye 6.4 million, MicroStrategy 6.5, Zim Shipping 6.5, and Novavax 6.9. So, all right. So as far as trades, again, we've already talked about Vertiv Holdings here. So here are the details if you want to see them. We have the $95 strike price. Of course, it looks like at the close today, the stock was at $95.31, but they bought 808 contracts and 80,800 shares, and there's the prices right there. They paid $93.35 for this stock, so it rose $2 today from the time they bought it. So then we get over here to our holdings. So let's look at our strike prices. I think we said yesterday we had about 8 over their strike price. Of course, it was a red day, so we may have had some of them come back down, but just looking here, we already have 4 on our screen. So let's see. One thing we didn't cover was outstanding shares. And actually, look, there's your, I said, what I say, 1382, 1381 is the NAV, so I was close. Outstanding shares, we went from 10.9 million to 11.7 million. So not quite a million shares today, but that's significant considering this fund's been around quite a while now. And it jumped 1 million in a day, and we were only at 10 million. So, but if we go back at the beginning of the week, because people just started buying in, if we go back to the beginning of the week, well, we were at 10 million there. Oh, I don't have that on here anymore, I don't think. Yeah, where I used to keep up with. I actually stopped doing it once I stopped covering it on here. But anyway, all right, so let's go back to our holdings. Sorry about that. So we have ARM here, 155 strike. We're still over that by 2%. This stock actually went up 2% today, so we're $3 over that strike price there. And then we have Space Mobile. We are 5% over, and this stock also went up today. So it looks like the ones that we were over just went up more today. But we're only 48 cents over there, but that is number 2. Then we have CleanSpark over by 6% of the $17 strike price. We're at $17.97 today. It came up 4%. And then we have Coin. So, you know, earlier I had a thing, and I thought, well, maybe I'm losing my mind. Yeah, because it said new. And I was like, well, that's not on the that's not on the trades. And then I thought, well, maybe I copy and pasted that and didn't have the formulas there anymore. So then I just deleted it. But clearly, we have, let's see what happened here. I should have noticed that earlier when I was putting this together. Okay, so $2.83 here, and these two together is $2.83. So my guess is that if y'all remember, I was complaining about this one yesterday because I was like, it doesn't make any sense that we had a strike price of $2.50. We closed at $2.55, and throughout the day we were in the 260s. We were never even close to $2.50. So it didn't make sense for them to have a $2.50 strike price. So that must have been a typo. Hopefully the rest of this data is correct. But that must have been a typo, because now, today, we can see that that is split out on here into two different ones. So, and you can see that's 115. So our trades for yesterday was for 115. So it looks like this wasn't 250 and should have been 275. Now that makes more sense. So this right here was a correction. Okay. I'm just highlighting it in case I ever come back and look at this again. I don't have any reason to change the data or anything. You know, I can only assume that the prices and stuff are correct. But I don't know. They could be wrong. But I'll just go with the data that I was initially given. But that makes me feel better, because I know I was complaining about this yesterday, that they never do that. So it didn't make any sense. All right. So we have the 250. We are slightly below that today because the stock went down. And then now we have the 275 strike price, which we're under 10%. All right, sorry. I had to make sure my count was right. So then we have ENVX here, $12 strike price. The stock did go down today, but we're still over it by 7%, or 89 cents. And then we have Giga Cloud Technology here. This one doesn't expire until next week. $35 strike price. We're under that by 9%. Hims and Hers, $23 strike price. And we are over that one still by 6%. In fact, it went up another 3% today. So we're over it, $1.37. And then we have Robinhood, $25 strike price. We're under 7%. And then we have Iris Energy here. It went up 1% today. So now we're 25% over the $11 strike price, which is $2.70. And then we have Mara here, $21.50 strike price. We're under that 7%. Mobileye, that expires next week, $36 strike price. We're underneath that 19%. MicroStrategy, that went down 7% today. We are 16% under the strike price of $17.75. So we closed at $14.83. And then we have Novavax, $17.50 strike price. We're underneath that 14%. It dropped another 5% today. I missed that. Then we have Reddit here with a $64 strike price. We're only underneath that 4 cents. All right. So if I counted right, I know I'm not done. I think that was 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have 8 that are over, and 1 that was 4 cents from its thing there. But that was Reddit. So then we have Sunrun. Sorry, I'm sitting in the floor of my bedroom trying to do this. Sunrun, $15 strike price. We're underneath that 8%. SMCI, so this is the one that ran $100 today. It came up 12%. So we are now 4% over that strike price, which is about $36. And then we have the therapeutics company, 130 strike. We're underneath that 4%. Upstart, $25.50. We're under that 10%, which, because it dropped 8% today. And then we have Vertiv Holdings. So this is our new one. Again, $95 strike price. We're already over it, 31 cents. And then we have Zim Shipping with the $22 strike price that we're under by 15%. All right, so we have 8 that are over, 1 that is slightly over, and I apologize. This was probably copy and pasted before I updated the other data, so obviously that was wrong. But we'll see where we end tomorrow. If we end with this many over, or if they have to close out this many because they're going to be over, that's quite a bit. I don't know the last time we've had that many. I'm sure it's been that many at one point in the past several months. I just don't know when. It's been a while. But anyway, just remember tomorrow is ex-dividend date, so this stock will open up in the morning somewhere around $13.81, $13.82 at 4 a.m. Doesn't mean it will be that price at 9:30 or 7:30 if you have Fidelity and try to go trade this then. So anyway, hopefully y'all were able to obtain some useful data out of here since you watched it. But thanks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.